Welcome back everyone. Today we're on Farming Simulator 22. I'm on tour my map that I'm making in the Giants editor. If you've been following along, I've been showing tutorials how to do all these things in the map. And as you can see, we're not finished. There's things floating. We still got things to do, but I want to do a quick tour, check everything out, look at some of the fields that I've been painting down. I gotta check the sizes and how far we need to move them, or we need to make the in between the areas better. So we're gonna go ahead and buy a vehicle. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Appreciate everybody. Let's get a vehicle. Really don't matter which one. Let's see. I don't know how fast some of these go. We'll get a big one. Let's get the big one. Let's see what red looks like. That ain't too bad. That's kind of nice. Let's see what this one looks like. That one's good. Actually, all of them's pretty good. I'll go with that one. Good enough. Alright, so let's get out of here and go take a tour, and hope you enjoyed. This is Jules' Peaceful Valley map, and I might do a little bit of a time lapse, not too fast so you can see it, but I'll talk a little bit about some places. So we'll do a little time lapse and when it's a longer stretch to get to something, and we'll do just talking when it's closer. So I guess since we're here, we'll start here. This will be the place you buy all the vehicles and stuff. I will eventually, potentially, change the name and do another sign, but if I don't, it doesn't really matter. It's got a name, but uh, for now, we're not finished here yet. We just got the building here. We haven't finished the fence or anything, so we're just getting going on that. Got a lot. We're just basically putting stuff where we want it, and this is gonna be some kind of. Looks like I've made this come down too low. We'll have to fix that. But this is going to be some kind of building where we sell stuff. I'm not sure what yet. If it's going to be like like a car lot or what we're going to do. None of the roads, none of this stuff right here is done yet either. So just ignore all that. I guess we'll turn here. This is a transport place, as you can see. And we're probably going to park some kind of vehicles there or something, or just leave it where we could do that when we buy it in the game. This over here is the place you fix your car, the workshop, and as you can see, it connects to the back of the place you buy all this stuff, so you can actually get there from there. But we'll have a turn in area. I just don't know, it should be right here, and you come down here and of course you click on that to fix your stuff, and you can drive around. That's the supermarket. Looks like some of this stuff got moved. I think what happened is I accidentally, when I was doing some ground somewhere else, it jumped over here or something, because that should have been on the right level. So I have to just fix the ground right there. So I was smoothing it and it probably knocked it down, which is good to check because you have to fix all these little things. But there's the debris crusher. I put it back here so it'd be easy access from the back roads and here. And then you can cut into the supermarket area. Let's do that. And I gotta fix all that fencing and making that way, painting it out however we want it. And then we have the back side of the store where you sell the stuff. We have an entry there. We're gonna have it all fixed up differently. All this is just the first little bits, but we gotta fix that ground. Looks like we think we bumped it down or something, and looks like the ground moved in general a little bit here. You can see that's floating. These probably won't be there, these little green things. I had done that I was gonna do an episode, but I hadn't decided if I want it there or not yet. We'll see. But that's the grocery store. And we're not finished here either. We got all the little decorating to do. We got different things to paint. We got to do the sign, make sure everything's okay with it. We got the ground not quite touching on the sign. We got to, you know, all the little decor items we got to do. Now over here is the post office. So if you, there's the front, then here's the little building. You can come back here, you could cut through there to that side, or you could come on to the back side and turn and go out, which we're not going to do. And you can see it goes that way. Alright, and so then you can come over here to the back side, and you got a little room here, got that building, you got all this room. They got plenty of room back here. It's really nice. And then you have all that, and you can see it's slanted, so if you park, depends on how we do the parking lot. I left little areas for that. So, and then you come over here and you have this little pathway. You get back there, or you can turn into this place. Well, we haven't finished it yet. We got to paint everything. You can sell stuff, and then there's a place there. You can buy it there with a wrench, sell it there, and we hadn't finished painting none of that. And then of course if you was on the street, you would have it painted in such a way that you come here, you come through, then you're going to turn and you sell stuff there. So that'll all be done. You can see that's a different level. This is a garage over here. We haven't finished none of that. This is going to be like a garage where they work on cars, or it's not going to be like where officially work on it, but just like the look of it. This little thing won't be there, or it'll be put somewhere useful. This is a restaurant that won't be an actual restaurant, I think. Let me see. Because one of them was, we still got to move all that. And one of them wasn't. I guess this one's not one. I don't think we were going to do that as one. This over here is a pharmacy. I wrote it on the ground so I wouldn't forget. Because I got to make signs. And as you can see, it's in the gully. Right there. And then it comes up, and you can turn there if you want to get back there. We're going to wait just a bit. Then you have this building is the cereal factory, and it's already functioning. And then we have the toy store, and then I think this was like a tailor shop or something, or it might have said no tailor because they put it as a, they use the same building just for decoration basically, and it doesn't have any kind of sell point or nothing there. This is going to be the funeral home. Okay, I wrote it on the ground so I wouldn't forget, because I hadn't done the signs or nothing yet. I just hadn't had time to fool with that right now. This is the trailer park. We got to do signs here, but you can see each driveway's got a little different look to it. You could come on up here and park, get out, live there, or if you didn't like that, you can live on this side, as you can see, and so on and so forth. And we still got to decorate and put grass out. There's all kind of different shapes, and they're similar. They're basically the same type of trailer in a way, but it is what it is. It's what they had, and I didn't want to really go make all that. So, and there was just a nice little drive around area. And you can see that side. It's all gonna have some. It'll have some trees. It'll have a little, you know, more decoration and things. That's gonna be forest right there. I painted that for forestry. But as you can see, if you come up this side, you'd be able to get in there easier. And then what is it over here? So you could turn up that road right there by the funeral home to get that way, or you can come this way. And there's a house and another road behind the house, and then this is going to have fields, as you can see. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this field. It's like a horseshoe looking shape. I hadn't decided. That's why I come in the game to look at it. It's a pretty decent sized field though. I was worried it was too small, but actually the field itself is fine. I just don't know if I like the shape. I'll have to think on that. We'll see. It's not terrible. I mean, honestly, the tractor could definitely handle it. As you can see, the way the truck's driving, it can handle this field. And then you got all that. All that's got to be adjusted just right. And then we have this field, and then we have a field up here. So, and then this will be a house or something. One of these fields is going to go to that house, I think, or it could be a shed. Depends on what I do with it. I believe it's going to be a house. This is going to be forestry. We'll have grass here. We may put a little more forestry, as you can see. I'm just looking at it. This is forestry. We're going to put trees, forestry, forestry. So we'll be driving down this road, obviously not backwards, but I'm just getting the view. That it won't be there, but potentially it will be there. I just got to redo it. But I just did those trees as a tutorial once. This will be forestry all up this hill. I think I will make it that. These are floating, probably. Actually, they're not. I had done a tutorial, so these aren't too bad. So I might could get away with it. We'll see. But pretty much, I want some areas near some of this to be trees. Then we have this one. That one is not there. It was just, we never placed it. It was just random. Uh, you know, when I brought stuff in, I didn't put it anywhere yet. Here's the field, but we're not going to be driving through here, obviously. We would get to this place through this road. But there's a field there. There's houses behind it. There's a house up on the hill. We may have to adjust the angles of the road, but pretty much there's going to be a house. We'll have to adjust the ground, fix it if we want a fence, and all that stuff. So all that'll be took care of later. There's a house over here. Looks like we got to fix that. See, it's a drop off there. It's good to drive in here so we can see what we got to fix. This area, I don't know if I put this here or got, yeah, I don't think I put these here. These were just randoms that were like laying in the map that when I brought it over. So we won't look at those right now. Alright, so basically I was thinking I was going to bring a road from back here that comes around up here and then comes up here, whatever, but we'll have to think on that. If not, we'll have to get to it from over here and say wherever that road was that somehow it cuts through and gets to there. But I'm thinking I'm going to do it behind that building. We'll have to see. But anyway, now we're going to head on over here. And that house will obviously be there, and we'll either change that field or not. I don't know. I'm going to cut through here. Basically, we come up right here and we'll have this all fixed up. The road obviously be different. All these roads are not finished yet. They're just painted a little bit. And I was just testing the difference in the distance of the hill. I wanted to see how the hill was going to be. That's why I was doing that. But there's a field, and I think the height's going to be okay. I think the tractors can handle it. If not, I mean, I don't know. It looks like it's not too bad, but it's meant to be. This one might be a little too steep for a tractor. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's a field, and basically over there is a storage unit area. So basically I'm going to decide where this road ends up. This was the original one. I was just drawing this one as a potential. We'll go ahead and come right here real quick. This is a storage unit area. It's like a place where you go and rent out storage units, and it's not anything official. Like, you can't actually rent it. But as you see, I got a downhill area, and you basically gonna have room to come down these to get whatever if you were renting one, and then you can come back up this one to go to the back side over here. You got an aisle down each one. We'll have to smooth anything we need to smooth. And you can see we're going to block that up over there. It's not going to be able to get there from there. We'll head on down, and we're going to come right back up the road. So let's go ahead this way. Alright, over here's the power, like where you pay your power bill. And over here is the grape. I think it said grape. I'm going to try to get over here so you can see. Raisin. My bad. The raisin factory. Up there is the Johnson's Market. Uh, this is a dentist office. I think did we pass the road? There should be a road. There's the road over there. Okay. I was just checking. Alright. This is going to be the farmer's market. Let's look at it and then we'll come back. We got to paint the road. We got to make sure we smooth everything, fix the sign. I pretty much left the same shape as this place. Then you got these little things I've already done. And this is going to potentially come out back there and we'll smooth it to have a place back there. We'll see. It's got to be painted on the ground and little decorations or whatever we're going to do. We'll have to either put more stuff here to situate this corner or decorate it or whatever we do. We're going to decorate it, and then you come back around and you come out and you'll have a road whichever way it needs to go. And then over here they'll have a road coming in this place, either two roads or however we do it. This is a lumber place. There's not going to be any real lumber done here. It's just going to look like a where you would come get a bunch of lumber. I'll put lumber out in the parking lot. Potentially put whatever I can put here, like kind of like Lowe's or something like, or any one of those types of buildings where you sell lumber. And there'll be a big parking lot. And this is the back side, and then there'll be a back way here to go whichever way you want to go there. So we're not going to go that way right now. Well, I guess we could come up the back way. And then this has not been painted or situated the way it's going to be. It's got to be, as you can see, the ground's got to be molded. There'll be a way off that way. There'll be a way that comes up here. And this is going to potentially be a graveyard up on the hill, and then it's going to run down here, and then we're going to have parking down here. So that's the thought on that. I'm thinking it'll be a graveyard. And over here is going to be a church. We're going to make this into a church. This was another market, or yeah, I think it was a different market, a different building for a market on another map, on the main game map. And then this is just like a storage, like a fellowship hall, like you would go and eat and do your little events in at the church. And that's why we're going to put we're going to adjust the ground. Obviously this ground's going to get adjusted, but that's why there's going to be a little path to the graveyard. It's going to be a big old graveyard right there that goes down. You can have parking over there, and you can get to it from up here, because you know they're going to walk over from the church to the graveyard, you know. So that's that. We got to do work on all that. I'm going to probably go in Blender and try to make headstones and things like that, or unless I find some that's usable. But I don't mind making them. I'll just have to get time to do it. I don't have any time right now. This is another building. This is the parsonage, that basically where the preacher lives, that takes care of the church. So they live there. And this has to be adjusted. The ground has to be adjusted. So we got to fix that, or just put steps there, whichever. And then we're going to go this way. All that'll be adjusted. Anything that's not right, that'll be painted or adjusted. There is an actual place. There'll be a place to come in here. You buy it here. This is the wood place, the lumber place. That'll all be fixed. There's your, where you find out and then you sell it, or however it works. Whatever you get to do and however you get to do it. I gotta lower that. So it's good to come in and see. This is a place I built up from that transport place, and I stacked it up higher so that it's a building, a different building, using one of the other buildings, as you can see, so it goes way up. This is a pallet place, and I got these pallet containers with pallets, and I'm gonna lay more decorations out. But as you can see, that's floating, but the rest of it looks alright. So that's good. So we got all these pallets. We'll adjust it, everything, anything we gotta paint or change or we need more of. I made it like that so that you could see back there if you see this one, you can see those, not just block each one by making them the same. Looks like that's a little floaty, so we gotta fix that. So let's jump back on over. We'll come that way in a minute. We still got things to do. We're gonna go this way. So the road's got to be adjusted to be more level on that spot. And we have some fields. So they look okay. I mean, they look okay. I think we can handle it. Now we're not finished with them. This is just seeing what can the tractors do, looking at them. So that'll work. I mean, and there's plenty of grass between them, so that'll be plenty of space. I was wondering how that was going to shake out, but this is forest ground right here. All that's going to be forest trees, so that works. And then these are going to be fields. This is going to be a big field. And then there's going to be like a house and a shed, or a house, and each one's going to have a field. So you see this field. So it looks like it'll be alright. Alright. I guess let's turn around and go back, because we're not quite. We want to show a little bit more on this side before we jump on over there. So, oh, and there's just a sugar mill, I think, but it's not a sell point or anything like that, unless we decide to make it one. So we'll see. But all these are I'm probably gonna do roads like, like the Spline Street Constructor. That's the plan. I'm not in any rush. I'm trying to get everything kind of situated so I can get the fields situated. Then I can kind of start decorating. I want to get some of that done so I can decorate. This is, I think we made it a road to a house. Yeah. This is a road to a house. This square represents where a house will go. This represents a field, big old field, as you can see, and some of it may have to be adjusted, but this represents a big old forest area and we left plenty of room between the field and the forest, so that you're not too close. Got some grass area. Got a square field here. There'll be a house and a shed there. You got a house, two fields, another field. You got another house and shed over there that goes to this field. And then you have this long field. See how that's a long field? It's just a rectangle. And we'll have to adjust that corner. And then we have a house that goes, I think, with this field. This is going to be a house that goes with this field, as you can see, which is a decent sized field. I think that equipment can handle it, I hope. If not, we'll have to adjust it. Alright, and then we obviously come down this hill, and then we see the biogas or mass plant, however you say it. I believe it's the biogas plant. There it is, right there. So anyway, it has all the things you do. It's got all the silage area. It's got all the little places you dump or you do things. You got the weigh-in place. You got this place. You got all the things you need, that you gotta tend to. You got this cell place, which we're not finished painting everything. You got this little building. You got all that. You got these. I gotta fix that little spot right there, but it's pretty much there. Alright, so we hadn't done anything here yet. We'll see what we do. We might put a little trees some places. I think some of this is going to be trees there. Alright, this is the camp. And depending on what time of year it is, shows you different things. That hadn't been moved yet. I didn't move them. This is the water. We got to do the water, finish it in Blender. And then we got the cabins that overlook the water. We'll have the mountains painted. Then we come down this hill, and it's going to be a trail. It's going to be grass. It's going to be some trees. It's going to be a lot of trees. It's going to look kind of woodsy. Got the little playground for this little place, little cabin by the water. You got a gazebo where they can eat. You got bathrooms. You got another little place up there. You pull up to there. So you got a lot going on there. Then you come around here. All this is going to be painted just the way we need it to look like a road. And then we got a way to go that way. We got this little playground. This is the entry office over here where you actually enter the place. I'll show you that entry in a minute. This is another little path. We got to adjust this road a little better. Got a gazebo. We're going to have it all decked out so you can see the water properly. You got these tents. Looks like some of that's got to change because I must have flattened it and didn't change it yet. So I got to fix that. This little hill, it's all going to be trees back there. All up there is going to be trees. This ain't really this is like a footpath. It's really not a truck path. You're going to walk up and through trees and you're going to be able to, oh, there's a little tent. And then you keep going to a footpath. And then eventually you see that spot and then you go there. And then you're going to go up to a foot, and then you go here and so on. And any little adjustments to the ground we'll have to do. As you can see, that one needs adjusting. This must have got bumped because I had it pretty close. So I have to adjust it. And sometimes you overshoot when you're molding the ground and it pops further than you want from here and it knocks ground down where you don't want it to be. This has all got to be painted. There's going to be trees all through here. It's going to just fill right up with trees. They got a little eating area. It's going to have a path down to it. We got to adjust this. As you can see, it's floating. Stuff like that. It's got to be done. This is not going to be, like I say, a driving path. It's a footpath. It's bathrooms. You got a little place down here we're going to have them walk to where they get that. There's going to be snowmen all up down here on this little section. There's going to be snowmen all right behind me. I think I've already showed an episode of that, so if you look at the channel and you want to see the snowmen, look back in my playlist and try to find snowmen, because I think I showed it, but I still got to adjust some of it. There's going to be like snowmen right there by that, like a scene of a boxing scene or something. Then you're going to come down here and this is somehow we're going to set up a parking thing, and then that's where they're not going to get to go any further pretty much probably. They got a tent and a little burning spot there by the water. They got trees are going to go all along that. And if you walked over here, there'll be tents there that show up at a certain time. And then we've got to adjust this. This is all going to be adjusted, roads and whatever we decide to do here. I'm going to cut through just to save time. I wouldn't be cutting through otherwise, just to save a little time. But basically, if you're heading to the camp, you can come in the main entrance, which will be here. You'll come through trees. I ain't finished putting all trees. And whoops, I'm getting off the course here. That's all floating. We're not putting that there. That was just there. This is the place you gonna be the main entrance. There's a big snowman right there. So then you come down the hill, as you see, to get to all that. So, but we're not gonna go that way. There's also tents back here. There's gonna be those won't be floating. We're not finished. We got anything floating we ain't finished. We gotta do. We still got things in the air. But as you can see, that's that. This comes this way. Now we're heading back toward. We gotta paint that. Which technically we're gonna have a road here, and it's gonna be adjusted. The road's gonna be smoothed out and adjusted properly. So none of this has been really fully done. There's going to be houses and trees, and I don't know how much fields we can do because it's pretty steep, but we'll see. And we got a field over here, and I'm looking. It looks like I think we can handle it. I put it lower so we could kind of handle it. So I think we can handle this field okay. And then we have a field. I'm not sure if these were ones I was going to redo. These actually might be redos. This is going to be a road, but it's got to be adjusted, I think. Yeah. This has got to be adjusted, because this isn't the way I want it. But we got the trees over there. this road's got to be completely redone, and I race those fields because I'm going to make them better and just go up and down the hill with them. So that's what that's going to be. Let me get back where you can see. See, that's going to all be adjusted to where it's proper road. This road's not final. We hadn't done it yet. Now, when we get over here, this road's got to be fixed here. This is going to lift up a little bit closer to this level up here. This will be a house. These will be fields. We'll have to look and see how good we can actually do the field. I think the field's okay. It looks like we could handle it. We might have to smooth this one out a little, as you can see right there. Whoop, going the wrong way. Yeah, we gotta smooth this one out or lift that up just a hair. But that's that. This is gonna come this way. It's gonna be a house there. That's all gonna be woods right there. Gotta have a field there, a field here, grass and trees and decorations, a house. That's all gonna be adjusted. The water will be different. It won't look like that. And that's all going to be woods, and we're going to have a trail that goes down it. So we're not going to drive down there because we don't have none of that. With trees and trails, that's going to be our whole little tree area. So then and on the cliff side, let's jump out for a second. Let's see how the water edge looks the way we worked on that. Not all that color, forget all that. Okay, so we got the... Okay, good. So when I pushed that down, it made it go down, and now it looks like it doesn't. The map ended here, just past here, and it was a straight line you could see, and I took it away. So now when you come here, we'll see cliffs, we'll fix cliffs, and you won't know that the map actually ended in nothing. You can't go over there because the map ended, and it'll look like a waterway. See, so that's good there. What? Up, I went through the thing. So I'm going to have to jump into the truck. Oh, there we go. Now I got to fix the border where we need it. We may push it back. Where did the truck go? Alright, so let's go to the truck. I may have to do a bit of a time lapse. It's getting a little long here. This has all got to be painted and changed, but there's a field right there. There's one of our sheds. Looks like I bumped it. We got to readjust it. There's a silo, but all that ground there is going to be different. This has got to be done away with. I was showing a tutorial. This little square over there. This is the pigs. You can do all the pig stuff. Then you can do water right there. You got two fields here that I'm thinking about putting there, but we hadn't decided fully. Then this is the cows. You can do all the cow stuff. Them things may change. Those were tutorials. We'll see. This hasn't been finished. This molding and stuff, as you can see. Now I've done rolled the truck. There we go. I rolled it back. I don't know. I was putting a cabin, Seaford cabin. I don't know if I'm thinking about putting a cabin there. We'll see. I don't know. We got to mold all that. That's got to be dealt with. I thought I did deal with it, but apparently when I did that tutorial, I must have added that. So then this is a horse. No, this is a sheep one. These are sheep right in there. I hadn't done the grass. I was seeing which one I liked. This building we're probably moving because I didn't intend for it to be there. It was just for a tutorial. This is a shed. It'll be there. There's a bunker for us, and I gave us a bunch of grass area so we could use it easier. This is a horse area. We still got to make the road. The path's going to come through here, and then you're going to come out over here. So we've got to make a road, and then we're back over here. Now all that's down there to the end of the road is a hospital and doctor's office, and then there's like 4 or 5 houses. So, and then you come this way, and you could turn there, but we won't right now. And you go this way, and you got another house, you got a field, and you got that house, you got people walking, which we're not finalizing. You got my house, what I this concrete's got to be painted, redone. We're not going to do it like that. That's just been sitting there. There's the house, pond, and the house, and that's our house, the main farm. And then you have the barn. We got to do the ground right there. This is chickens. The back side of the pond, and then a field, another field, and another field. Then we got this place up here. All that's got to be painted and adjusted the way it needs. This is our little shed, and it works. You can go in and, you know, do what you gotta do. We're gonna fix the ground however we need. This ground over here, whatever we gotta do, we're gonna take care of. I did a little bit of field work just to show a tutorial, as you've probably seen. That's why there's something growing there. This has got to be dealt with, and the road will come out right here. And then we got a house, another house, a shed. These fields go to that house. This one has the one behind it and to the side of it. So this house has that one, and there's going to be a shed behind it. And you can see this one has these two fields right here go to that house, and then these two big fields go to this house on the hill right there, straight ahead, and which comes in this way. So they got all that land, and it looks like the ground, this width is okay. There'll be grass there, so it's plenty of grass. I think that's plenty of grass. I don't know about right here. I mean, I think so. I feel like that's enough grass. So we separated that. That's my main concern. I wanted to make sure that I had room between the fields. I don't like being with no grass. This one we gotta adjust because it's kind of weird right there. But we're gonna adjust those. That one I think would be good enough. I think you can handle that hill. Then we got this shed here. And then I don't think we did that one in XML at this point. We're still deciding on and what. I think we were just putting a shed there to have one and to see what we were going to do. But there's all that. So now we're going to turn. I'm just going to cut through. I think cut through here to the back side real quick. This all gonna be trees. Those won't be there. We'll put them wherever we need them. This two fields, this one and this one, go to this place, and I gotta adjust some of that. There's a barn. There's a house. There's all that. So then this is a tire place. We're gonna put tires. A tire store here. It's got the tires sign out there. And then that's the back side of that little restaurant. We still got to move all that stuff that's floating. And then there's the back way up to the grocery mart right there. And I'm going to try to make this pretty with flowers or however I would want to do it. We got to fix some of this. There's a bunch of houses here, as you can see. The back side is that house on the hill. There's going to be trees there to block that view. There's going to be a trail back there probably. We'll see. There's houses. We got to do painting and decorating. There's the back side of the supermarket. The rest of the houses. And of course we've seen this, but I'll go halfway down the road. There's houses. More houses. Going to be green grass and trees and different things. Houses. And it comes out over there. There's going to be forest all right there. There's a little road right there to come to that house. Yeah. So there we go there. Let's turn around and try to get on a move. I'm probably going to do a time lapse now so we can get to the other side of the map faster, I guess, or we'll wait just a second. Got a sign shop, got a fire department, and then we turn right to go to our place. We got the white building over there to the far distance is a mill. It's the spindle place. The green building's the spindle place. Just past that is a bridge. Just past that is the animal dealer. Back here is the police department and the license place. where you get your license. So one side of the building is license, one side's police. This is a ballpark over there. I guess we're gonna go, and then that's the hospital, and no, that's the school. That's the school. That over there I hadn't decided. The hospital and doctor's office is back there. You go that way and you get to the surf shop and the pool hall, and we're going to go ahead over here. Now we're gonna come here. This is a place you pay something, I think. No, that's the barber shop, and that's a pipe shop, like road pipe stuff and all kind of stuff. Back side of the postal service. There's gonna maybe be trees, or we'll decorate. Okay, I gotta put those buildings in there again, or I gotta fix it because the buildings disappeared. I gotta go fix them. But we need those two buildings back. Pizza shops, and then we have this place is gonna be like a shopping center. I'm gonna try to make signs for each of the buildings potentially, and we'll paint whatever we need to, decorate whatever we need to. But that's gonna be two buildings. This is gonna be a title store, like you pawn your vehicle title. This one's gonna be a car lot. I put a building there. We gotta see what happened. I may have deleted it, or I gotta check see what I did. And then they got these buildings over behind us is like different things: chiropractor, a balloon shop, anything, whatever it was. This is a lawyer's office. There's a way to get back over to that road where you see the grocery store and all. That's the back side of the storage buildings. So we're done with all that, putting the stuff in the places anyway. Not the grass and all the decorating we haven't done yet. We'll go ahead and come up this hill. This is the dentist. This is just like a little fast food place. That's the stuff we already saw. So now we're gonna head on down to the dairy. That you can do, it's already set up, so it should be finalized. This has got to be, the fence got to get rid of. This is a place for the lime station you could do. We're gonna adjust all this. It may be painted differently. That's where you pay your gas bill, at that little orange looking building. This is just floating stuff that I hadn't moved yet. This is the water bill place. This is a little water tower, which we obviously will either make our own, or we'll see what we do with that. And then that's the back way we gotta do. We hadn't done none of that yet. We're gonna slip over onto here. This temporary bridge, because I don't feel like fooling with the bridge right now. So we pretty much toured all the things we needed to check on for the most part. The rest of the map we didn't do any more on, so that's pretty much going to do it. Um, but like I say, over by that water tower thing is a fire department and that kind of thing. So we're not even going to go over there. It's not. It's all the same stuff. And then we have a milling plant further down, back that way that we didn't look at. There was a spot, gonna be a spot for a milling plant, I think. So, but anyway, I guess that's gonna do it. There's the sell point. You can see we already did. We gotta adjust and paint and make everything the way it's supposed to be. We hadn't done none of that, so. But I'm thinking we're gonna call that an episode here. I sure hope you enjoyed the tour. We're not finished. We've got to tweak things. We've got to check the fields, shapes, and all, and keep going. But it's a big 4X map, so it's not. I'm not in any rush. Not trying to give it out to everybody unless it just happens to turn out. 25 is coming out, so obviously I'm probably going to be directing my attention to that. But still work on this here and there. So, but mostly I was using it to show tutorials on how to do a lot of stuff. So I'm not in any kind of mood to try to get it finished beforehand or anything like that. It never was meant to be given out unless it just happened to turn out and somebody wanted it. So, but I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Please hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.